Hi friends, we are going to read a book today about pumpkins, and we're going to learn about how pumpkins grow from a tiny seed to a big orange pumpkin like this. At this time of year, when the air has turned cool, the corn stalks have turned brown and the leaves are falling, splashing color on the ground. The fall leaves, remember we talked about orange and red and brown and yellow. And the geese are flying and the crows are calling from empty fields. It seems there are pumpkins everywhere. But the story of the pumpkin begins in the spring when the farmer plants her seeds in the ground. So here's the farmer planting. You can see these big rows of all these pumpkin seeds. And there are different types of pumpkin seeds because there are different types of pumpkins. The first small leaves come up in 10 days or so. And in just a few weeks, the vines spread out and flower buds begin to show. So the seeds are down in the ground, and then the first thing that comes out are these stems with some leaves. And you have these big, green, rough, leafy leaves. And then we start to see a little flower bud. The buds open up and flowers appear. Do you know what we call these flowers? They're called blossoms. So there's a blossom first before you get a pumpkin. And they open and close during the day and night. See the big pumpkin leaves? And the leaves, the vines, they grow out. They don't grow up like a sunflower. They grow long out that way. At the base of the flower, the pumpkin begins to grow. It's green at first, but soon changes color. So once the flower falls off, you've got this green pumpkin, and they're green for a while, and they get bigger and bigger, and they start to turn what color? You're starting to see some orange there. At the height of the summer, the full-size pumpkins are hidden among the vines. As the summer passes, the vines are cleared away, and a patchwork of pumpkins can be seen on the ground. And this is what a pumpkin patch looks like. And hopefully you'll be able to go to the pumpkin patch and you'll see all sorts of pumpkins, again, spread out. They grow long ways and they're on the vines. And they're nice and orange. Pumpkins grow in a number of colors, shapes, and sizes. The ones we know best are bright orange and more or less round. But many kinds are yellow, tan, green, and even blue. Some are round, but some of them are kind of flattened or squashed, you might say. Some are so small they fit in your hand. Others are positively huge. There's a little one. And at the pumpkin patch, we'll see some giant pumpkins and some teeny tiny ones. People hold contests to see who can grow the biggest ones. The gigantic pumpkin on the forklift weighs over 1,000 pounds. Look at that huge pumpkin. Wow, have you ever seen a pumpkin that big? Many farms will let you go right out in their fields to pick your own pumpkin, right off the vine. And again, if you get to go to the pumpkin patch, we'll get to pick our very own pumpkin. For Halloween, it's traditional to carve your pumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern. Do you do that at home? Have some jack-o'-lanterns out for Halloween? First, you'll have to scoop out the pumpkin seeds. And there you go. On Halloween, everyone dresses up for trick-or-treat. Ghosts and goblins walk down the street, and pumpkins are part of the scene. There you can see the pumpkins, and they're turned into jack-o'-lanterns. By November, the pumpkins are mostly gone, picked for jack-o'-lanterns or pumpkin pie. The few that are left will die on the vine, eaten by animals, or left to rot. Their seeds will survive, at least some of them will, to make more pumpkins for the next year. And so it will start all over again. The seeds will go in the ground, they'll start to sprout up. You'll have some leaves, and then the flowers will blossom, and then the pumpkin will begin to grow.